yesterday, Sabah was trying to give me some kind of explanation as to the reason why it is so significant that August is beginning on a Thursday, but it wasn't making sense. It wasn't making sense.
If it doesn't make sense, it's a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah,
It is that simple.
But must we explain everything?
You try to rationalize everything. There was something about news. That news had a meaning, not some. People believe it.
People actually believe it.
This gullible.
Yeah.
You know, he was trying to explain some astrology and the stars align, and because August star is here and the Thursday. Oh, Charlie. I was like, what is this?
It's like the people who
is this guy
who believe in.
But for the respect you had for the person, you would have told the person something.
What is this? What is this?
Yeah, it's like the people who believe in. They call it what? They call it stars, right?
Astrology.
So
aside that,
astrology.
They might say, I am this. I am. Is it Gemini?
That's astrology.
Hey.
That's astrology.
I've never understood that thing.
Yeah, you guys have time, pa.
So they're the Cancer, Leo, the Gemini. Is it Virgin of Virgo or something? And
those things.
They have stars.
Yeah,
in the sky.
When the stars align, then it means they will make it. It means this. It means this.
There are people who subscribe, to these things, right? So they'll be getting emails, and there are people actually very deep into it and believe it. They call it astrology. It's horoscopes.
Okay.
Yeah. People believe in those things. No problem. I mean,
the only thing that I think when we were growing up, we were made to believe, and you can describe it as superstition, was that, so for instance, your mother sends you to go and take her money or collect her debt, right? Yeah. And as you go in, I think you knock your right leg against a stone or something, right? If your right leg hits a stone or upulia, as they put it, right? It means you're going to get the money. But if it's left, then forget it. And go back and tell your mother that the money, even if you go, they won't give it to you. Those things were there, right?
What you are just saying reminds me of a post I came across on Instagram. There's this guy I follow on Instagram. He always, takes us back to what was happening in the 90s and some of the things that used to happen. So the last post I saw, he was asking the question that what are some of the lies that you used to believe when you were growing up in the 90s? Some of the lies that you used to believe.
Yeah.
So people were like, well, if you are bathing and you sing in the bathroom, your mother will die.
Your mother will die.
When when they use the water to wash the mortar, the water inside, if you use it to
the day after
you see wash your face, you see ghosts.
But you see, nobody has actually been able to dare try it. Because you can do it. You see, many households still have mortars, right? The water that's collected in the mortar after fufu is pounded, the following day, you use it to wash your hands. Nobody has been able to try it.
Nobody has used it to wash their face.
Oh, nobody has been able to do that.
To wash your face, you see ghosts.
But with the not singing in the washroom, there's a method to it. It's because the lather or the foam could enter your mouth, and that was dangerous. So that's one. Not sweeping at night.
Not sweeping at night.
You could lose your valuables, right? That's not going to farm on a specific day.
Those ones are there. We are talking about some of the lies that
we were
told that Ghana and India played the match, and India scored
100 and Babayara.
It was 1991. And then the guy who scored the one goal is the one who was on the
Milo can. Where I grew up, we were told that is Babayara.
Yeah. Yes.
Whoever propagated that propaganda is more than Gobel.
And it went on for a very long time.
When we told that the Indian coach, when he was coming, he didn't come with the players, so he came with some beer.
Yeah.
You opened it and the players. But how did we believe that?
They say when we were playing there, but sometimes
we've been watching the team of Baghdad for far too long.
When they play the ball and the ball is about to enter the net, the keeper is about to catch it, then it will turn into a lion.
Yeah,
that's one. The other one is that it will turn into a cast iron pot. That is saying.
I remember. But you see, we had two lies growing up. There was also another one about the late Robert Mensah, goalkeeper number one. You know that song? They told that during his funeral, like they left the casket and they were playing football. The casket was saving. Charlie, kids who grew up in Tema, he died in Tema.
But it indeed true that he was murdered, right?
Yeah, he was stabbed. He went to it was a fight in a pub, and he went to separate, and somebody.
There was also another keeper that they said, he's always wearing a cap, and so sometimes
Robert Mensah.
Sometimes
they say Robert Mensah.
He will sit sits on top of the goal.
So he's
and then he will leave his cap. His cap in the goal post, and then when the boys got the cap will
yes. They say Robert Mensah.
Yeah.
So and you know these lies, irrespective of where you grew up, you hear about them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was another political lie. I don't know. Of course, Lantam was closer to the Ashanti. I grew up in the Ashanti region. You see these fuel tankers, right?
Yeah.
And then behind them is an embossment, TT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I only grew up to know that it's because Chachu worked with GMPC. That's how come, because they were saying that every fuel tanker that you saw with TT belongs to Chachu Chekata.
Yeah, it belongs to Chachu Chekata. I heard that one. Well, I remember those days they said, Charlie, if you are eating a fruit and you swallow the seed, it will germinate in your stomach.
Yes.
Hey, that
thing. And now you should do something. You see, they were using it to take taste from us. That you need to do something. Otherwise, the seed will germinate. I remember sometime I was eating. What was I eating? Guava.
Yeah. Hey, that one there.
And I bit into the thing and I chewed and I swallowed the seeds. Jesus Christ! Hey, that night
the boys around you will say,
"Hey." Now the thing was going to start. The thing was going to germinate if I still. Oh no.
So that's a throwback Friday for you.
I don't know if Nanama.
Yeah, in UK. When we were growing up, right? What were the lies that you were told? Then upon maturity now, I realized that how the hell did I believe this?
Those who grew up in the UK.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, they said that if you eat apple seeds, they'll grow in your stomach.
Over there too.
So that one was in the UK.
Wow.
But they are colonial masters, so perhaps when Gorgeous Beck and Co.
So it means that lie is
universal. Universal lie.
And then I think if you swallow gum, like it will stay in your stomach for 7 years.
Wow.
If you swallow chewing gum,
it
will stay in your stomach for 7 years.
Yeah, so I stopped swallowing gum. I stopped swallowing gum, and then I don't know if I believe the 7 years, because obviously the digestive system. Maybe the consistency of it, maybe some particles or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Any medical people should let us know.
Yeah.
But I think I just stopped chewing it. I just stopped swallowing it.
Yeah.
I just thought.
Oh, so you used to swallow gum?
Yeah. Because like you may be in the middle of something.
Yeah.
And then somebody will come and tell you, come and say something.
Yeah.
Come and do something. You're like,
so then you swallow the gum.
Yeah. I'll swallow the gum. Then I was told that and I stopped.
Yeah.
I stopped.
But you guys didn't have Madam Mook. You know Madam Mook.
Hey, Madam
Mook.
But there is a school in Tema. Dex complex.
Yeah.
And we're told that the lady used to teach there.
Okay.
He punished some kids.
Yeah.
The kids retaliated by killing her.
Yeah.
Anytime they go to the washroom, they see the high heels.
That's the story of Madam Mook.
But why did they limit it to Dex? So when I was a child, I grew up in Community 8.
Yeah.
I never liked passing through Community 7 because we were told. And the school I'm talking about is the Community 7. Just
so now a lady.
Is that why they call heels mook?
No, in fact, heels are mook in Ashanti.
Right.
But the teacher.
She liked wearing heels.
Got murdered, and she was wearing heels, right? Typical of a teacher, right? A madam in an English school. Let me put it that way. High heels.
Madam High Heels.
Good. So she then decided to visit schools after schools, usually dormitories, at night. And you hear kro tia, that's the movement of the mook. Yes, and then so that's what and it was universal in Ghana.
And when
every school had this story.
Beats the hell out of you.
Yes. That's the thing.
But you know the legend of Madam Mook is not only in Ghana. In Nigeria, they call her Miss Koi Koi.
Yeah. We have a lot.
Nigeria, they call her Miss Koi Koi.
So basically, these are the stories.
Sometimes they will tell you that I'm sending you. I'm spitting on the floor.
Yeah.
If I spit on the floor, by the time you come back, if you don't come back before the spit dries, your navel will get rotten.
That's one. Or you have a stomachache.
Or you have a stomachache.
Yeah, and that's to get you to go and come back quickly. Wow. Especially with the boys. You go and play. You go and you see your friends playing football, and you forget that you've been sent, right? And you go and join them. Imagine that.
This is why
my friend was selling kontomire. He went to play football. He was playing the football, and his mom came to pick the things and took. So when we were done, we were all helping the guy look for it because we knew what.
Oh, Charlie.
We all went home very late. Even I received beatings for going
late.
He went home. The man disciplined him and told him that I came for my things.
Oh, you see,
Charlie. Even in the secondary schools too, there was another. I don't know those who went to school in Cape Coast.
Yeah.
There was Kabire. Did you ever hear of Kabire?
No. Is it for stomach ache?
No, Kabire.
Kabire. No, Kabire was for stomach ache.
Yeah, the one I know is for stomach ache.
No. This Kabire, those who went to Agasco and Infancy and those who went to school in Cape Coast.
Yeah.
The Kabire is a certain buff road.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's buff road. So you'll be sleeping in the night.
Yes.
And then you hear in your sleep, you hear Kabire.
Wow.
When you wake up, you see a buff road. By you, the buff road is telling you that's
Kabire.
If you Kabire,
you are gone.
You have stomach ache.
Wow. And I mean, this I just tell her that the other story for the swallowing of the gum is that it will tie your intestine. So the intestine, it will become like more or less like a string and then tie it. Yeah, so then that's to ensure that you don't swallow. Well, that's actually rubber. So I'm wondering why you swallow rubber.
It's not deliberate.
I mean, as a child, you just because you are in a hot situation and maybe you're in school, you're not supposed to chew gum.
Yeah.
I was a good girl though.
Charlie, there are things we believe that if you hit someone with a broomstick, your mother will give birth to a broom.
A what?
A broom.
Yeah.
But I also
if you hit someone with your mother will
you're
give
not
birth to a
supposed to
broom.
sleep in the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Because you lose your valuables.
Yeah.
That's the reasoning behind it. But they had to couch it in a mysterious way to scare you.
There's also another thing about the night. You're not supposed to whistle.
Exactly. But that one, you invite the snakes. You invite snakes. Snakes actually love music. So when you whistle, you invite snakes. Okay. So I'm told that the story behind you not swallowing seeds or the seeds germinating in your stomach, and it's from Degbewavi. Is that
who is Degbewavi?
He's a listener.
Okay.
It's a listener. Degbewavi.
Okay.
Yes. It says appendicitis.
You could
actually yes. It's
but
if
you swallow one seed, what will one seed?
It will still
It depends. Everybody and their luck in this world.
Someone said that if you those days that your mother when a visitor comes and a visitor is going and the visitor gives you money, then your mother will tell you, let me keep it for you.
Yeah. You never see it again.
Please, you never
see it again. I never loan money to your mother.
It's the same way as loaning money to your wife.
She will remind you that she gave you breast milk. And that's enough. That's enough. Never loan money to your mother. She will remind you that
my mother is an accountant, so she's very astute with finances.
Really? So when she takes money, she'll give it back to you.
She's not the type to borrow.
Okay.
But like, if you are giving, you are just giving.
You are giving your money, your mother money.
Yeah, but I mean, to take.
How can you lend money to your mother? Who does that? Who lends? Like, how can you lend money to your mother?
But if you lend money to your wife, it should go back.
You lend money to your wife.
Yeah.
It is the wives who borrow money from husbands and never
pay
back.
We don't borrow, we take.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're here.
But when you lend money to us, then you want to take it.
It's a loan.
You want to come and take that thing.
I must take it.
Hey.
Yes, the final one. If someone buys you, and this is from Jeff, if someone buys you, wrap foul
droppings
on
the teeth will go back.
The teeth will be rotten.
Yeah, rotten teeth.
So you are fighting and somebody buys you, stop the fight, quickly run, go and get chicken droppings, right? And then just rub it there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my
go. We say, really?
Really?
That was also common.
It was a big deal.
Very common.
And the person will be running after you and begging you, you can't bite me back, bite me.
And also when something about the tooth.
Yeah.
That when it comes out, you need to throw it on the ceiling and make sure
that money. You find money under your bed.
Yeah, make sure SSC animal doesn't see it and that
it won't grow again.
It won't grow again.
No, they said
when you put it on your
no, they said
pillow,
throw it on the roof. They said throw it on the roof.
The database own.
That's the two fairy.
The database own. Put it. The database own. Put it under your pillow.
The two fairy will come.
Exactly. That's you people in the UK.
We throw it on the roof.
On the roof. You have to hear
Okay,
you guys are even saying roof. It's called zingere. So throw it on the zingere.
It has landed.
I have a task for you. When you have a moment, go back to your childhood home and go and look on the roof and see if your teeth are still there. They will still be there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lantam.
This morning, let me.
Lantam. The month of August.
Yes.
You told us that you give us the name in Basri.
In Basari.
And Dagbani. Today we want it.
But you've not brought it.
Somebody help him.
The one is Dasiamime.
Okay.
Dasiamime. That's the 8th month.
So we are in the month of
Dasiamime. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Yamime.
You know, in our traditional setting, they used to have 13 months.
Yeah.
And they used it because of farming and also the moon sacrifice and the rest.
Season,
I mean, I think the accounts, some of them also have the 13, except that now they've all managed to merge it. And their days, I think it was 28 days instead of the 30, 31. Yeah. So the month of August is Dasiamime.
Dasiamime.
Yeah.
Problem. So we get one per day. So then next week you also give us the one in the Basari.
Yeah, I'll bring the Basari and the Dagmani one.
All right. So I'm sure now we can go.
Let me say good morning to this guy on Instagram whose post I saw started reminiscing. He's a content creator. His name is Jay Beretti. Is it Jay Beretti or Jay Beret?
Okay.
Jay Beretti. Yes. He put that up. He usually takes you back to the 90s, you know, and you start reminiscing about a lot of the things that happened.
So the Gen Zs, what have they been doing? I mean, what lies have they been dealing with?
Yeah,
they've been
so
watching YouTube.
Coding languages, and then they'll be talking about video games, right? Even Mortal Kombat, they no longer relate to it. It was a big deal.
How many of them know Sub-Zero?
Hey, you go to Game Center.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
You go to Game Center, 50%.
It started with Family.com.
Yeah.
Sega.
Super Mario. We were calling it Korea Sikabebo. Korea Sikabebo.
Because there's Mortal Kombat. You go to Game Center, Charlie, them boys, brutality.
Flawless victory.
Oh, Charlie.
Anyway, go to the paper.
If we continue, we'll not do the paper.
Yeah, before we go, Mort is listening to us, and today is his birthday. He's an ardent listener. Mort, good morning and happy birthday. Enjoy your day.
Happy birthday to you, sir.
What's the name again?
Mort.
He works with Guinea Ghana?
Yeah, no, his Mort is Mourt.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday.
Yeah, Mort.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I was about to say why.
Yeah.
Enjoy your birthday.
Mort, happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. What was your nickname when you were in SS?
Yeah.
In Gaso?
Me.
Scoopy.
Oh, I was a footballer, so they were calling me Tico Tico. You know, there's this Mozambican. There was this Mozambican. Yeah, but
Tico Tico, you know, it's Odro. It's Steven Odro.
Exactly, he played professionally. I was in school. No, there was this Mozambican player. Oh, honestly, just Google a Mozambican player. And he was playing for the Mozambican national team. And he was that good. I'm shocked you guys didn't know. I'm shocked you didn't know.
The Tico Tico I know is.
They gave it to Simon.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but the real Tico Tico is that guy.
Okay.
He's a Mozambican footballer.
Did you have a nickname?
Well, yeah, depending on, I think at the point they were calling me Cantona. At the point they were, I was also a fantastic footballer. I played for Ambassadors in Committee 2 at the point. I played Colts football.
Oh, wow. The proper nickname. Nanama, did you have a nickname?
Yes.
What was it?
Why?
Why?
No, I'm asking you why.
We want to know.
When I was at primary, secondary, I didn't. But when I was at uni, we went to some fancy dinner and they wrote our names on a card. And they made a mistake with my name. And they wrote Ama and Bemponi.
Okay, that's a good one.
From there, I became Pony.
Pony.
Yeah.
Oh, that
was the reason.
That's a cute nickname.
They have kept the full one. Bemponi. Bemponi will have been great.
Are not serious.
Yes.
Pony. They found a way to make it sexy.
Yes. Bemponi. Because I was wondering how they were going to pronounce Bempong. How were teachers dealing with your name, or you were not using Bempong there?
No, but my name is. If you read it as you see it, you shouldn't make a mistake.
Yeah.
I think
But they will bring the G. Beng Pong.
There's only one G in my name.
Oh, okay.
But there were some. When you go to SSN, there are some nicknames which were universal.
We had. I think there was some guys.
Yeah, some are not radio friendly, but they were everywhere.
No. For example, in every secondary school, there's someone called Atom.
Atom.
Alkaline. Yes.
There's chemicals.
There's ammonia. Yes. There's illegal.
There's somebody called.
There's a guy.
Gunshot.
He's trying very hard for us not to call him by the name.
Yeah.
Of all the names he could have, he chose corruption. Like, why was we call him corruption? We still call him corruption.
There was a guy
abortion.
in my abortion.
Yes.
There was a guy in my dorm who was also called corruption.
Can you imagine?
And then we cut it short and we used to call him Koro.
No, but I wonder, the names are important.
Very.
So I wonder if these people that are called corruption and abortion, What became of them?
They are there. Today they are working
some
in
are doing very well.
big corporations.
Some are doing very well.
Some of them have also, especially the boys, some of them have rebranded to Coded.
Yeah. Because Charlie, you can't go around identify yourself as a boy.
One of my mates he used to dance a lot, so we used to call him Boogie. Boogie Brian. He works at Star Assurance right now. Boogie Brian, good morning.
Yes, we met him the last time.
I'm not sure they know he's called Boogie Brian.
Nah, they don't.
His name is Brian Ashley.
Okay.
Brian Ashley. Boogie Brian, good morning to you.
Yeah.
Good morning to you. Good morning to Boogie Brian. Anyway, let's get into. As for me, I didn't have any nicknames. So
you did.
Yeah, well, Lantam sounds like a nickname already. So
that's it. You see, when I went to Achimota School in SS, you know, and all of that, they asked me what's your name. I said Lantam Papanko.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, Lantam. They've not heard that name before. So everybody was so there was no need to give me a nickname. There was no need.
The operator had already done that.
Yeah.
You saying you went to Ashimota explains a lot.
Oh, explains what.
Yeah.
But later they tried to give me a nickname.
As for students,
they always try.
They tried to give me
and
a
especially
nickname.
if you resist.
They tried to give me a nickname. The nickname they wanted to give me was Lantizo.
Okay.
I'm sure even at EIB we tried.
Yeah.
They tried to give me.
Even at EIB we tried.
Yeah.
They tried to give
but you see that one, it almost stuck because he was resisting. You don't resist, and we will forget.
Yeah.
You see,
if you resist,
yes.
Oh no. You motivate us to keep calling you.
Anyway, let's move on. I've got the Ghanaian Times.
Okay, Ghanaian Times. Ejapade book, an invention to mar my image. President breaks silence. 95 million Ghana cedis payment to West Blue is arrears settlement, no judgment debt. And Professor Kwabena Kwanzaa Edu chairs new NTC board. And back page of the Ghanaian Times. Fishing business bounces back at London site. Temamoto Way interchange opens to traffic November. That's according to the Ghanaian Times this morning.
This Ejapadia thing, it has traveled so far that now the president has had to comment.
Yeah, once the Ochinene commented on it, the president had to.
I don't think that anyone should have paid attention to it.
Exactly.
You know,
but once again,
I don't think anyone should have paid attention to it. It's been gaining a lot of traction.
Yeah.
Why has it been gaining so much traction?
Okay, so the president is going, right? And the president has his legacy to protect, right? I'm sure the last thing you want to leave behind without seeking to set the record straight is the fact that you had a plot to come and then seize state assets. And
come and do state capture.
For yourselves, right? And make all the money that there is, to be made
for you and your
for
kinsmen.
A certain clique, right? For you and your kinsmen. And it will be that for the longest time in the annals of this country, and when the story is being written, it will be that you became the movers and shakers
of the country,
be it from government or from opposition. Yeah, so the president, I'm sure.
Should we be giving credence to the Ejapadia document?
Well,
the last time I was telling you that on Facebook, some comments on Facebook
about the editing thing. They don't even
about that.
It's a document that has been around for some time now.
Yeah. It's been around for years, as far back as 2013.
According to KKD, 2012, but as far as I can remember, I think 2017.
But me, I first heard about it somewhere around 2018. But we are told somewhere 2013, 2014, it was there.
And look, there are people who have had that same exact copy since 2018. And they find it curious that
people are saying that some of the things that are happening are happening. Some of the things that are said in there are happening.
I haven't independently verified, so I can only do.
When I look into it, I don't know. Well,
anyway,
but remember, look, and that is the argument of somebody like Gabi Asaro-Chidako, who is not a government official, but. It would be foolhardy on your part to think that he doesn't wield a lot of power.
He's very influential.
He argues that he doesn't think that it's wise or any sane person will hatch such a diabolic plan, put their name on it, and make it.
Yes, I get that part. So, for instance, let's just assume that this is true, right? And that they set out to get these things for the clan, right? Why would they put Ochehene's image on it, right? And so the question would then be asked, okay, so was there something that somebody added something to it to make it like a book? Because the one I saw is more or less like a book, right? And it's a very huge book. Was that the case? If that's not the case, then who took time
to put all of this together?
Write and detail it. In fact, it came under head titles.
Yeah.
This title. Section this.
Financial sector. This anyway.
It's a lot of meticulous work.
Anyway, but I don't think we should. Let me say good morning to one of my colleagues and mates, Kofi Ima. That's what we call him. He works at the GRA.
Okay. I find these names very funny.
Kofi Ima.
Kweku Ima. Yeah. Some people see me, they want to call me Kweku Ima, even though I'm a Sunday born. Like,
so we call you Kwesi Ima.
Yeah, like
Kwekudi and Kabonsa.
Emmanuel is listening to us. He works at the Ghana Revenue Authority. And he sends me a nickname.
Your nickname?
No, not my nickname. He said there was a nickname which was very popular when he was called. I think I can say this one.
You can, you know.
Virgin Breaker.
Oh yeah,
we also had Virgin Breaker everywhere.
Yeah,
every school had a Virgin Breaker.
Every school had that. Every school had that.
Anyway, the Daily Guide is the next newspaper that I have. In 2024 election, EC opens nominations. September 9th also, Nana shoots down a Japadia propaganda. Baumia opens 2024 World Share Expo, story on page 6. And ambulance dealers rubbish Ablakwa's claim. And also Kufuado commissions JMPC Energy House. And entrepreneurship should be compulsory in schools. I think Deputy Finance Minister Stephen Amwa, probably known as Stika, is making this proposal.
We liked entrepreneurship when we were in school.
Maybe now they want it to be given much prominence. And
is that what it's going to? Okay. Anyway,
back page.
Let's move on.
Back page.
Yeah.
Neymar, you know him?
Neymar Jr.
You know the one in the Bible, oh?
Yeah.
You know the one that
Neymar Jr.
He dipped. Neymar, not Neyman.
The one in the Bible
is Neyman. Yeah, this one is Neymar.
There's Neymar Jr.
And the story says, I want to give up. Neymar. You remember that meme that says today there's no motivation quote if you want to give up.
Yeah.
He's a rich guy. I can't encourage him, unfortunately. Cat calls for patience in youth development. Also on the back page of the Daily Guide, Man City fined €2 million for delaying kick-offs. These are the lead stories in the Daily Guide.
Okay, what's on the Insight?
Okay, the Insight says, forgive us our sins. NPP Obri Boahin begs over economic hardship, corruption, others. Then we also have, I'll be tough on corruption to save Ghana's finances, Alan Chirmatan. Then you have historic setback against zero hunger targets as UN report reveals 733 million people faced chronic hunger in 2023.
How many people face chronic hunger?
733 million people.
Wow. And in Ghana?
Oh no, there's no Ghana.
I said and in Ghana.
Okay.
This is not Ghana, but I'm saying so in Ghana.
Oh no, of course. Ghanaians are part of.
Okay, so let me read a little.
Yeah,
the world is experiencing historic setbacks in the fight against chronic hunger, according to the UN's estimates. In 2023, 733 million people faced hunger, corresponding to 1 in 11 people globally and 1 in 5 in Africa.
Yeah.
At this rate, achieving zero hunger by 2030, a key SDG, is almost certainly impossible.
Yeah, it won't happen. That's okay.
I've got the Daily Dispatch.
Oh, please, I'm not done.
Okay. Oh, you're not done? Okay.
No. They have SMG condemns assassination of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh. Then Amen Scientific Herbal Center advocates for scientific herbal medicine.
All right, Daily Dispatch. There's no misconduct in the $34.9 million ambulance contract saga. Interesting. You know, ambulance. What is it with ambulances and procurement of ambulances and controversy around procurement of ambulances? I don't get it.
Procurement.
Procurement.
Is just ambulances are suffering from the same things. Procurement.
An ambulance trial just ended. Yeah. Why do I get the feeling that if Ghanaians decide that it's the NDC that they want to come into power, there will be another ambulance trial?
Yeah, and the NDC guys mentioned that they say this is the real ambulance trial.
Anyway, EC to receive nominations for president and parliamentary elections between 9th and 13th this September. So
on that, what do you make of the amount? I mean, filing fee.
Yeah, I think, and my position on this has never shifted. See, if you are seeking to lead us, be able to mobilize. We are not saying pay from your pocket. If you're unable to get people to chip in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and get you money to go and pay.
What about those who have to pay for their pocket?
See, I've always maintained that
if
you are unable to mobilize, you have no business leading us. You can't even mobilize resources, then don't come and lead us. That's my position. Right? Somebody will say that we are selling it to the highest bidder. But who says that whoever pays, we are going to vote for the person? You get a point.
Anyway, so candidates
and
vying
another
for the
thing is that
position.
for many people, this is business. They get the popularity, they are in your face, and they use it to do business. So they can pay for it.
Candidates vying for the position of president will be required to make a payment of 100,000 Ghana cedis. At the time of submitting their nomination forms, payment shall be by banker's draft and addressed to the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. Female candidates and persons with disabilities are required to pay 75,000 Ghana cedis.
You can break your leg and pay less.
Ghana cedis. Yeah. So.
Oh my goodness.
So a candidate for election to parliament. Candidates vying for the position of member of parliament will be required to make a payment of 10,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, it's relatively cheap. 10,000 Ghana cedis, but it's still a lot of money.
If you are disabled, that will be 7,500.
So to the returning officer of the constituency, and 7,500 cedis for female candidates and persons living with disabilities. So if Ivor Greenstreet were to be contesting, he would have paid less. I haven't seen him in a while. I wonder where he is.
But
Ivor Greenstreet and the CPP. Is it Akoko Koko?
So
give them electric shock.
We're talking about disability. You mean visible disability?
Yeah, visible.
Because some of the politicians.
Wow.
Okay, they can stretch it.
It may not be visible, but when you hear their utterances and everything,
you wonder whether they are able.
There's a mental disability. That's what you are trying to say.
No, that one disqualifies them from even seeking to hold power.
Yeah, because you're out of sound mind.
Who checks? And is another question. Who checks?
Indum has been on this crusade for a while that you should have complete medical checkup and then the findings be made public if you are seeking to lead the country. And I remember it was quite a topical issue when Professor Mills was president and the issues about the health and what have you. And Indum voluntarily went to do medical checkup and he wanted to make it public. And the others will follow suit.
It's not only about the candidates. Even to have the right to vote, you must be sane.
We hear you.
No problem. So even every electorate must come with their
medical certificate. We hear you. The Chronicle this morning: construction equipment won't end at Galamsey site. Now Toshi is assuring, and Bright SHS.
We hope so.
Bright SHS, Ebuakwa Assembly, and Blight Academy. I'm sure Blight. This one. I'm sure they didn't want problem. So they did mention Blight Academy. Blight Academy Canada. Launch scholarship program.
Wait, what?
Blight Academy Canada.
No, it's a TH, so it's Blythe.
I see Bright SHS, Ebuakwa Assembly,
and Blythe
Academy.
Okay.
So the other headline here: SGAGL refutes allegations of misconduct in $34.9 million ambulance maintenance contract. District housing program in the offing. That's according to the housing minister, works in housing minister Kojo Nkrumah. Akufo-Addo Rabishes fabricated a Japadia document. Quotation for this morning: Hebrews 10:26. For if we sin willfully after we have received the knowledge of the truth, there no longer remains a sacrifice for sins. Okay, so per this quotation, you can actually offer sacrifice that will cleanse your sins. But if afterwards you still willfully sin again, then no sacrifice can redeem you. That's Hebrews 10:26.
Hebrews will be what in tree?
Hebrew from Ngoma.
Now this one they didn't try at all. They should have given it. This one.
It's Peter that will be Petru.
Peter is Petru.
Petru.
Who is Yakubu?
Jacob.
And they should.
I like Yohani. That's John. Koronto for Ngoma. Etremienu yimu dumienu.
Chichemudu.
All right.
Now, Jesus in the say
Simon Peter.
The Daily Statesman is the next newspaper I have. A cabinet review national action plan to tackle disinformation. Natoshi urges investment in MMDAs for sustainable development. Government starts district housing program. Comes with a photograph of the Works and Housing Minister Kojo Nkrumah. And SGAGL cost of ambulance deal not inflated. story on page 3 of the Daily Statesman. And Jinapo, that's the Lands and Natural Resources Minister, says, let's harness opportunities in mining sector. Back page of the Daily Statesman, Kenpon Academic Partners, Danish Club, and GFA boss Lords Catch Them Young Refereeing Initiative.
Okay, so we have the Daily Searchlight. Jinapo Ablakwa clash on Lands Commission data. Then SGAGL, no misconduct in $34.9 million ambulance maintenance contract. We also have Alan Tremartin pledges to be tough on corruption to save Ghana. They all say that.
Yeah, they all say that. I mean, we heard someone say, I've not been corrupt, I've never been corrupt, and I'll never be corrupt, and I will not run a family and friends government. And I'll not. When he got into office, what happened? What are we seeing? Politicians will always say that.
Then approve anti-LGBTQ bill or face God's...
For the president himself, I don't know if there is any direct allegation of corruption against him, but a lot of his appointees have been engaged in a lot of corrupt things. And he's the same person who told us that if you want to make money, don't come into my government, go to the private sector. But what are we seeing? To the extent that people even want to buy hotels and things. And we are seeing all kinds of corruption left, right, center. Politicians will always come and tell you what they think you want to hear. And at the end of the day, when you give them the opportunity and they come into office, they will just come and do the direct opposite of what they told you.
Well, approve anti-LGBTQ bill or face God's wrath, President Chief Justice told. Minister urges unity to fight disinformation ahead of 2024 elections. And plastic waste menace. Afenyo Markin proposes action plan for solution. Then you have the NPA petroleum price indicators as at 31st July 2024.
All right. For the Daily Post newspaper, Mahama to begin 2024 campaign tour in Upper East region tomorrow. Cost of financial sector cleanup to rise to 34 billion Ghana cedis. Akufo-Addo should reflect on the Jampadia document instead of blaming opponents. That's according to Omane Boama. Confusion rocks UCC as council members resist supposed termination of VC's appointment. So that's the Daily Post newspaper.
All right, 300, the Herald newspaper is what I'm reading, and 307 ambulances and spare parts deal gets more smelly. Ex-convicts found in transactions. Minister faces inflated prices claim in multinational dollar procurement. Imani bosses indict Oforiatta Tremartin over West Blues 95 million judgment debt, and Akufo-Addo discredits a Japadia family manual as fabricated by political opponents, and AG's attitude against Ato Forson suggests personal vendetta. Law lecturer, and that was the interview you had with Professor Apiejetuya.
Yes.
That's the name, right?
Yes.
I always struggle to get it right. I'm happy I got it right.
Today you got it right.
These are the lead stories, and for those of you who missed out on that interview, it's still available on our Facebook page, Star FM. You can have a listen to the law professor.
All right. So
okay. So for the Informer, nothing but the truth. In this issue, NPP parliamentary aspirant caged over 300,000 Ghana cedi fraud allegation. Minister warns MMDCEs against misuse of drip equipment. Unilateral adjournment of Parliament. Majority disagrees with Speaker. Recalls House for urgent business. Then Mahama reports Akufo-Addo to chiefs over handing over remarks. Then danger. Galamsey causes extinction, contamination of herbal plants. And lastly, towards balance and productive agri sector, government urged to redirect focus and increase budget. That's Professor Edward Ebo Onuyama. Is that how you say it? Onuyama. Okay.
Finally, I've got the Ghanaian Observer. 34.9 million ambulance deal. SGAGL denies claims of inflated costs. Government invests 10 billion in road infrastructure in 2024. Minister promotes opportunities in Ghana's mining sector. District housing program commences soon. That's according to Minister for Works and Housing, Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah, and Akufo-Addo Lord's drip. So that should do it for the newspaper headlines this morning. Okay, finally, I've got the new weekend crusading guide. EC opens nominations on August 2, filing fees 100,000 Ghana cedis. Service Ghana Auto Group enraged over inflated cost claims. threatened to sue. Baumia to light the flame in Mega Ophir Walk. NPP's success in education too glaring to ignore. Manifesto Committee Chair speaks on that. And these are the stories on the new Weekend Crusading Guide newspaper. So that should effectively do it for the newspaper headlines this morning. I think we can head over to starfm.com.gh and see the stories that are trending on starfm.com.gh this morning. So, like I always say, when you wake up in the morning and you want to check on the news stories, just visit starfm.com.gh. 2024 election of Otuampo calls for enforcement of anti-vigilantism laws. Don't put words in Mohammed's mouth. PV Jantwa slams Akufo-Addo YA campaign. Take judicial notice of Sikh Asiedu Nketi at NDC campaign launch. Professor Duyajaman to court. GRA and GIS set up committee to probe Kulungugu border strife or scuffle. That's there. So all of that is there when you check out starfm.com.gh.